Inside the NAMB, your bi-weekly window into what's happening at National Association of Mortgage Brokers.
Hi everybody, John G. Stevens here, your president at the National Association of Mortgage Brokers, and welcome to Inside the NAMB. As we're all preparing to head out to Washington, D.C. to meet with our senators and our representatives, I've heard from a few members who said, John, what difference does it make if I go out? I've gone for years, I've talked with the staffers, I've talked with the representatives, I've talked with the senators, I've done everything I can, and they just don't seem to listen. In fact, as you know, John, we get blamed for everything. Now, I understand where they're coming from. There are often times where we feel like we're carrying the entire weight of the industry on a select few. And we're out there and we're meeting with them, and sometimes it seems that we are turned away. Sometimes people feel like when they're talking with individuals that they're not being heard. But on Sunday, I had the opportunity to listen to an excellent talk. And this individual stood up and shared a story that talked about a farmer. And this farmer, he lived out in rural Western America, and he had his donkey fall down a well. And the farmer thought, there's no way I can get that donkey out of there. It's too cramped, too confined. And so he says, you know what? Unfortunately, we're going to have to the donkey's going to die and the well needs to be buried. And so he called over the rest of his farmer friends that lived throughout the county and said, this is what I have to do. And they all conceded, yes, this is what has to be done. It's fair to the donkey. It's fair to, you've got to shut down the well and open a new one. So they sat there and they took shovels and they started filling in the well. And I don't know if I could do that. This is why it would be very hard for me to have livestock, because I just don't think I'd have the heart to figure out those situations. Now, as they were filling in the well, they heard the donkey braying. And after a few minutes, the braying stopped. And so they continued filling it up, and the poor farmer just felt horrible. He loved that donkey. He was a hard worker, right? I'd been with him for many, many years. Well, as the dirt continued to fill up, all of a sudden they heard this shaking noise. And so they kept putting the dirt in, and they'd hear it. Every time they put dirt in, they'd hear some shaking. So the farmer went over to the hole, and he noticed every time that the dirt was thrown into the well, the donkey would land on top of the donkey, it would shake it off, and then take his hooves and step up. Dirt, shake it off, hooves, and step up. Until eventually the donkey came right out of the well. And so the lesson we can all learn from this is, just like the donkey in the story, sometimes we find ourselves in the deep well, it's black, we don't know what to do, you're facing dirt right in front of you. But as the dirt's being piled on top of you, shake it off and step up. Shake it off and step up. One of the ways that we can shake off is we can shake off what's been said for many years about mortgage brokers. The accusations and the blame. This does not exist in today's world, and nor did it then. The brokers were not to blame for the problems that existed, nor are they to blame today. So I ask each and every one of you to shake off those accusations and be proud of being a mortgage broker. But also, the second most important part of this is not just shaking off the dirt, but you need to step up. Step up your game, step up your production, step up your volunteering. As we all head out to Washington, D.C., I ask every single member out there, are you attending your legislative conference? We attend a lot of meetings out there, and a lot of them are great. But if you do not attend your legislative conference, then you're not stepping up to what needs done. So I ask you, make your reservations, and will you be a part of this? For those of you watching this, if you're not a member of the National Association of Mortgage Brokers, I ask you why. Are you too busy? Is production such that you have zero time to volunteer? I would challenge any of you to tell me you are too busy to be a part of it. Whether that be being just a member or volunteering your time at your local association, the state chapter of the National Association of Mortgage Brokers. We all need to shake off what's being thrown at us, and we need to step up and become better each and every single day. We need you in Washington, D.C. We need you to be a part of your National Association of Mortgage Brokers. We need you to be anxiously engaged and participate at your local level. Reach out. Go to namb.org and look up your local chapter. Contact me. Let me know what I can do to help you find the right person to be a part of your state association. We have been strong for 45 years in association, and we will continue to represent the mortgage broker across the entire United States. We cannot do it without your help. And so I ask you to shake off the dirt, awake and arise with me, and step up and become a part of your association. I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you throughout the upcoming days in Washington, D.C. We have so much to talk about, so many things that we need to discuss. And if you need help, please search me out and let's talk and see how I, our executive director, our staff, or our other board of directors can help you do more for your state and for your national association. So for those of you I will see here over the next couple days, reach out, let's shake hands, say howdy, and have some good conversations. For those of you who cannot attend, I would urge you to become more active and step up your game here within your association and your production. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
For more information about NAMB, the Association of Mortgage Professionals, visit namb.org, one of the listed social platforms, or email John G. Stevens, President of NAMB, at johnGstevens@namb.org.
This is Mortgage News Network.